Hey everyone, Real Comic Stacks, and I've fallen a little bit behind on comic reviews, so I'm trying to get caught up. Just a lot going on with work and everything. Not that you really want to hear excuses, but that's just the reality of it. So hey, I'm checking out Old Man Quill number 2. If you missed the review for number 1, I'll link it in the description down there somewhere, and you can go check that out first. But Old Man Quill number 2 starts Well, let me not summarize too much on Old Man Quill number 1, so if you want to watch it. But they are on Earth, and they've arrived in the same post-apocalyptic Earth of the Old Man Logan storyline. And in the area where they're at, Doom reigns supreme. I mean, look at him sitting up there, tossing those delicious Doom meals to people. And, I mean, he's just being an overall good guy. I mean, he's feeding the masses. And then some guy wants to come up and chuck a Molotov cocktail at him and bust into flames. But, you know, it's he's yelling, it's clobbering time. You know, he's doing the Fantastic Four thing. And, but, you know, it's just it doesn't go well for the whole crowd who's just there trying to get some grub. And the Doombot ends up just blowing everything away. Because Doom cannot look weak in front of his people, but I guess he can pick up those meals and use them for somebody else. So you get with the Guardians of the Galaxy, who are in the wastelands, and they are stumbling into a village. They stumble in and are after water, and they chug down some delicious water out of this fountain. And there's a head floating in the top of it. That's not going to be good for you. You are going to have a slight tummy ache in a little bit. But this place is brutal. And what we find out is that there are some bandits there. They're stealing stuff, and find out that the wrecking crew has come through. Going back to Doom. Yeah, shenanigans. Doom saying, hey, there's a spaceship. The spaceship was shot out of the sky by one of his satellites, and he knows where they crashed, so he's sending folks looking for him. And I got to tell you guys, straight up, I am looking forward to Spider-Man Life Story number 1. Basically, what if Spider-Man aged in real time? So that, you know, Chip Zdarsky's been on fire lately. I've really enjoyed his writing lately. He's taken a step and gotten better, but I'm going to be picking this up and checking it out later this week. Matter of fact, I got to call my comic book store and get it to my pull list. Well, so back into this town, the wrecking crew is there, and they're basically, you know, collecting taxes for Doom. And, well, they go to start beating on some folks, and Drax shows up, starts tossing people, and the Guardians are into this fight. And it is... And right here, Peter Quill has a flashback. He's just watched this guy get just bashed in the face by one of the wrecking crew, and he's out. And his kids come running for him, and Peter Quill just has a flashback to his kids running and tackling him, and it just hits him. And when it does, I mean, it's the wrecking crew does not do well against the Guardians. Raccoon fiddling with his rifle here, and ends up hitting the button right there, and it launches a grenade right into his mouth, and it creates a bit of a mess. He don't get up from it. After that, you know, Drax they're just beating them all down. Gamora's doing her thing. Let's skip a couple pages, but it gets to where they end up taking a hostage, and it's this little girl. And when they do, that's just too much for Peter. He just tells him no. And this is kind of funny here. He's talking about how his I didn't even want this job. I mean, my mom told me I had to live up to my grandfather's legacy. And he's talking about Pile Driver, the original Pile Driver. And Rocket's like, I don't have the heart to tell him, but Pile Driver was kind of a tool. I mean, and when he takes his hostage, Peter Quill just says no. He draws down on him, puts one in his neck, and it's over. From there, you got the Galactic Church of whatever. I don't know. Church is bad. I mean, it's just. But they have run down information from the first issue. Go check that out. Basically showing Quill taking out a bunch of what were they? The Brood, and basically points them to Earth. So the next one is honestly number 3 is why I actually I don't have it here. I gotta pick it. I didn't pick up Wednesday's comic books because, like I said, work and I'm so far behind. But number 3 is honestly why I picked up, or why I did the review for number 2. I wasn't sure if I was going to do this series or not, but the storyline is picking up and getting better. So I'll be knocking out number 3 later this week, and hopefully before Wednesday I can get all my books picked up. But guys, go check out number 1 if you hadn't, and get ready for number 3 later this week, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. Real Comic Stacks out.